Presented by Wearable Fandom. Welcome to Where Mighty Things, episode 41, my friends. We are live and we're recording here on September 11th. This is a podcast all about the Roosevelt's brand and community. If fandom, fashion, and friends sounds like fun to you, well, then you, my friend, came to the right place. To receive all of our content updates, please subscribe and ring that bell to get all the notifications of our new content as it releases. And it's amazing to be back with you guys here. The summer is very quickly coming to an end. And geez, I'm always a little bit bummed out about that. But you know what doesn't bum me out is having my buddy with me. I want to welcome my co-host, John Madigan, to Where Mighty Things. Welcome back, John.
Always happy to be here. Dustin, how you doing, my friend?
I am rocking and or rolling, as they say. Just celebrating the 30th anniversary of the PlayStation 1, actually, this week in America. Can you believe it? 30 years?
30 years of PlayStation. Oh, my God. That's absolutely amazing. That's going to make you... And how long have you been with PlayStation?
Coming up almost on 10 years. Believe it or not.
Wow. Oh, my God. So 1/3 of that was all Dustin Klingman.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, and yeah, there's not 10 or 100,000 other people that are working on stuff. It's just all me. You got it right.
Nope. I believe it's entirely all you. That's what you tell me when we talk about all the PlayStation stuff in our own conversations. You tell me how big of a deal you are and how much of a big part you are. I hear this all the time about just how you're the one kind of putting all the pieces together. You're kind of like Rain Man in that office.
Yeah, 20 minutes to PlayStation, 20 minutes to Madden.
that was all you. I think the idea to put Bluetooth in the controllers, that was your idea as well, right?
No. It was decided a long time ago before I got involved. But
I don't.
Thank you for the consideration and humoring me and showering praise upon me. And hey, before we get too much further, what are you wearing today, my friend?
I am wearing. I'll be honest with you. I'm forgetting. Is this Surfin' Mickey? I believe this is Surfin' Mickey. I just walked in from work. So I'm a little razzle dazzle. So a little razzle dazzle. I believe this is Surfin' Mickey.
Surfin' Mickey.
If I'm not mistaken. My best friend Ariane got me this for my birthday.
Aww.
Yeah, and my mom had also picked this shirt up for my birthday party, and so the three of us, we went to Disney World. Got to go wear this shirt together and go watch the fireworks, and it was a lot of fun. So really blessed and really grateful for this shirt.
That's cool.
What are you wearing today, my friend?
I am wearing the original retail Sketches in the Stars, which is nice. I really love this blue shirt. Goes nicely with these glasses. And up top, I've actually got this Pixel Pal dad hat. It's a really nice pixelated Mickey. So it's a nice contrast to the blue. I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
I would know all about that, all about the different contrasts and different hues of colors. That is my expertise.
Well, come on, some colors, don't pretend like you don't know any colors. Come on.
No. I know colors. Man, but Dustin, I'm always happy to be here. I'm always happy to be back. How are things going with you and the Fandom Traveler and your content that you are creating? I always love that you're creating new stuff and doing new things and whatnot. How is all of that going?
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's going very, very well. I've got a backlog of videos. I've now been so many places that I've got a bunch of videos to edit and get done. I recently, though, posted my walking tour of Disney Springs, John, down in Orlando. You've been to Disney Springs, home of Gideon's. Mr. Morrow likes to walk through there all the time and see what's going on. So I stopped at Gideon's. I have an opinion about Gideon's cookies in this video. So if you're that's right. Let's eat this. Let's eat this.
Well, now I definitely have to go and watch that. Definitely happy to see that. Can you give us a little teaser about what some of the new videos you have coming out soon is going to be?
Oh my gosh, yes. So get this. This is going to run the gamut. I just posted that Disney Springs walkthrough. I also did a walking tour of Central Amsterdam, and this is one that's very different, John. I'm not talking.
That was when you couldn't go.
That's right.
Be here.
That's right. I can't talk in this video because I was duct tape over my mouth. My hands were bound together, and I could hold the camera and walk, but I was unable to remove the covering from my mouth in order to actually.
You were being gagged, right? That was your whole shtick.
So I just walked through, and it's not the normal. Normally, I would narrate a little bit and say, "Here's what you see," but I just like, you know what? I've got this. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to walk through. I've got another video about Amsterdam and some of the cool places to go. I've got a Harry Potter tour of London, where our combination of inspirations and filming locations for Harry Potter. There's a spooky mall. There's a mall, John, that's actually down the street from me that is borderline abandoned. And I shot a video in that spooky mall. That one's going to be for October. I'm going to hold on to that for spooky season. Just a lot of cool stuff. And I'm going to be doing a lot of San Francisco content. That's what I did last week. And I'm still working on editing that video, riding the cable cars. Something that's a really cool thing. You'll have to do that when you come out and visit me here on the West Coast, Best Coast. You'll have to ride the cars, dude.
Well, are we starting that West Coast, Best Coast bullshit again?
Well, I mean, what rhymes with good? So what is something good that rhymes with East? Beast Coast?
Beastie Boy, yeah.
Beast Coast?
Yeah,
you want to be
Beast Coast.
Oh, yeah, you guys can be the Beast Coast. You know, beasts are what we kill and cook for dinner. Beasts.
We're the Mr. Beast Coast.
Mr. Beast is not from the East Coast, is he? Where's he from?
Let's look. If only we had a way. Where is Mr.
If only we had access to the sum total of man's knowledge since the beginning of time. Where does
Kansas.
Mr. Beast live? Well, that's not the East Coast. That's not the West Coast. That's the flyover. That's a flyover state.
Yeah.
we are aligned at least on the flyover states, right? We don't.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, anyways, Best Coast, West Coast, it rhymes. You think least rhymes with East. You know what else rhymes with East?
What?
Weast. You're fired, Patrick. Do you know that one? That's SpongeBob. Which way? We're going Weast.
It's been a while. I do remember that. Oh my God. Is SpongeBob still going on? Is that are they still making new episodes of that? Is that still...
I don't know if they're making new episodes, but Tom Kinney, who's the voice of SpongeBob, he's at San Diego Comic-Con all the time.
Oh yeah.
He's there all the time. He's on local TV, like in the morning. If you turn on TV and they're talking about Comic-Con, local San Diego coverage, he'll be there and he'll definitely have some stuff to say. Yay. Oh man, hey, awesome. Daniel Perez is here. Welcome, my friend.
What's up, Daniel Perez?
Daniel says he loves my shirt. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Daniel Perez, very good friend of mine. That guy is the man.
Oh my gosh, he's been blowing up the chat.
I see that.
Says Mel's favorite. Every time we go, she gets Gideon's. He's talking about Disney Springs here. Has to wait forever to get them. Yes, I did. In my video, I saved you guys the time of waiting in line. I focused on the really good stuff, but man. Daniel says it's the Feast Coast. Okay, you guys can be the Feast Coast. We have the best food in North Carolina. I think he lives in North Carolina now. Oh, Daniel's like right along here with us. Sorry, bro. I actually had the chat covered up here, and I was. Yeah, thank you for joining us here, though. It's good to be with you, Daniel. Now, man, I am actually getting excited, John, because it's not that long until we will actually go to New York Comic Con. It's not that far away. It's maybe about a month now.
About a month. Yeah, about a month. Definitely really. I'm always excited to see you, my friend. I'm always glad to see you and hang out. And so like I said, I had just walked in the door, so my dogs did not get any. They didn't get any cuddle time. They didn't get any. They didn't get any time with me. So this is. They're making sure they get their time in.
I understand.
I forgot about that.
I understand. Now I got to ask you, John.
Yes.
You've seen what dogs do when they're just laying around, cleaning themselves, licking themselves. They're doing their thing. How do you feel when those same dogs who are just licking various things on their body, jump up and give daddy kisses? Num 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 num. Yeah. Put that tongue in his mouth. Yum.
My dogs are clean. They are good. They are the best babies in the whole wide world. I know that it's like your kids. It's like when you have kids. It's like you can't be disgusted by your kids. These are my babies. These are, this is it. This is what I got.
Oh, I see. I wouldn't say that a dog's dirty or a dog's a filthy animal, but they definitely dirty. But dogs got personality.
Dustin, stop trying to skeeve me out. Stop trying to skeeve me out. Okay, these are my babies. If they want to give me kisses, by all means.
That's a movie quote I just hit you with right there. By that logic, would you say a dog is a filthy animal? It's another Pulp Fiction reference.
I would not say a dog is a filthy animal.
Yeah, no. Jules says I would not say a dog's a filthy animal, but they definitely dirty. But a dog's got personality, and that makes a lot of difference. To which Vincent Vega says, by that logic, if a pig had a better personality, would it cease to be a filthy animal? You remember this now? I think I'm dropping lines. I'm definitely dropping lines, but
Dustin, you're dropping lines. I'm doing lines. We're just, we're hanging out.
Oh, now I understand why. Now I understand why you're frazzle dazzle. Now I get it. Now I get it.
It all makes sense now, right?
Yeah. Well, it is actually just about 1 month, the 9th. So we're just a couple days past the 1 month timeline. Now I got to ask John, are we doing Staten Island Fest? Excuse me. Whew. Staten Island Fest. Are we doing Staten Island Fest again?
I would love to spend a day in Staten Island with you, and there's definitely a couple of places that I would love to bring you around and show you and whatnot. And so I mean, we haven't really talked much about how early you're coming into Comic-Con and what the plans and arrangements are for your visit here. But I'm sure we can definitely pick a time and definitely hop back on the ferry and definitely do a little bit more Staten Island.
Nice.
I will say though, I'm definitely considering, not for this year, but for next year, doing an actual Staten Island meetup. I would love to bring people to my hometown where I live and show people around. And we discussed in our first Staten Island video, there is a baseball stadium there. We have the Staten Island Ferry Hawks.
Yes.
And so I would love to get everybody together, rent out the section and go see the Ferry Hawks play. And then we'll go down to Nino's, grab some pizza, and then
there you go.
Hit up some Ralph Ices, and then we'll do like the after party at the Wu-Tang bar and like really make like a true Staten Island day out of it. I would love it. I think that would be a really fun Staten Island day. It worries me a little bit because Staten Island gets a lot of crap. And so I'm not sure how many people I can actually convince to get to Staten Island. Like, it's almost, even though it's a lot more expensive, I think it's easier to convince people to go party in the Bahamas than it is to go to come to Staten Island. I feel like it's a little bit of a hard sell, but I feel like we can try to make it happen. I'm going to attempt it. So
if you get transpo from the ferry, like you pick people on a bus and everybody just comes over on the ferry and then jumps on a bus or some van or something like that, and you ferry them around to all these places. I could tell you, if you didn't see the Staten Island Fest video that we made last year, and it's funny, it's like, John, now we've been making these videos for well over a year. It's pretty crazy. But just before we get to New York Comic-Con, I guess we are actually going to be coming up on episode number 50. So this is episode 41. Right. So we're only 9 away. So I guess not. I guess I'm wrong. I just said it's 4 weeks to wrong. But let me see. I'm going to look here. So that would be 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. 49, 50. Okay. So that one's going to be tricky. Yeah. I think we may actually in November, there might be one time where we skip it up a week because I'm going to be in Japan in November, and I'm going to be on a trip. So I definitely want to be here for the 50th anniversary. Can't throw that one over the fence to a co-host or a special guest co-host, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll work on that.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We got time, but it looks like if everything went as normal before the end of the year, we will find and hit our 50th episode of Where Mighty Things, which is pretty incredible.
That's amazing, and cheers to us. Who would have thought that we're still be doing this? We haven't killed each other yet. I thought for sure you were going to kick me off the podcast at some point.
I've been bribed. I've been bribed to kick you off the podcast. I've been asked. I've been requested to kick you off the podcast, but I don't know.
I don't blame them. I don't blame people. Yeah. But But hey, your girlfriend's mom, who I've been told is a huge fan of our podcast,
Yes.
she had a lot of questions about the show.
Yes. She had a lot of questions. Well, she didn't have questions about the show. She had questions about John Madigan.
I was trying to be modest.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it like that, but like,
yeah. No, she was very curious. She wanted to know, like, where does he live and what is his job? And so of course I gave the most ridiculous answers possible.
Oh no.
Yes.
What did you tell her?
I told her he lives in Fresh Kills, Staten Island. Which is a real place. If you don't know Staten Island, Fresh Kills is a place.
Fresh Kills is the name of the landfill.
Yeah, that's not news to me. I know what joke I was telling. He lives in Fresh Kills, Staten Island. That sounds nice.
It's fresh.
How old is he? Oh, he's 35.
35. You may be 5 years older than I am.
No, you're young. You look young for 35 because you are young.
I mean,
but she was also curious about when we were going to get to hang. That was one of her most important questions was, when do you guys get to hang out and have fun together again? And I was like, oh, that's very cute and sweet. And so she was most concerned about us getting to hang out together.
Well, I am really glad to say that, we're going to get to hang out next month, but I'm going to have to hang with her when I make it to California. I got to meet her.
Yeah.
Now that I know she wants to know about John Madigan, she's got to experience John Madigan.
The John Madigan experience.
It's not a good one.
Hold on. No. We're not burying this lead. What are the 3 big bullet points for the John Madigan experience, right?
She gets, I think talking to me is a big experience, because sometimes I say some wild and outlandish shit.
Yes, you do.
Is she good with that? No, does she enjoy? Would she think I'm funny?
I think she would think you're funny, but yeah, I think she would think you're funny.
Okay, well that's it.
Your hit rate on jokes is pretty high.
Okay, all right, that's good.
So I think she would find you funny.
So if I can talk to her and make her laugh, that's number one. Number two, I gotta cook for her. I'd like to cook some like real authentic New York food for her.
What's New York food?
I can make chicken cutlets and meatballs, and that's about it. Those are my specialties.
Pizza rat. Can you cook me a pizza rat?
Pizza rat? I can try, Dustin.
It's a rat that's eating a whole slice of New York pizza. You just roast up the rat, and it's like he's stuffed. He's stuffed with pizza.
There you go. And what is the third part of the John Madigan experience? You put me on the spot.
Yeah, of course. That's when we get the best answers. I put you on the spot, of course.
Sometimes I just say things, Dustin. Okay, there really isn't much of a John Madigan. If I can take her out, talk to her, maybe take her to a show. I don't know. I would love to meet her though. I want to meet your girlfriend's mom.
Okay.
And I just want her to know who I am. If she's so interested in me, I want her to know who I am, and I want her to meet me. And I think we can have a great time.
Well, there is one fourth question that she asked.
Okay.
And that is, what's the easiest way to make sure I never meet John Madigan? And I said, no. If he comes to the West Coast, you're going to have to meet him. That also means you get to go to Fresno, California, my friend, which is...
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do they have in there?
What do they have in Fresno? Well, that depends on who you ask. Some would say they have a lot of meth and gangs. But
that's part of the John Madigan experience.
Fresno is actually part of the University of California system. So they have a school there, an agricultural school. There have been a bunch of people who have gone to school there and played on the sports teams there. The Fresno Bulldogs is what they would call the team. And if I remember correctly, Aaron Judge played baseball for Fresno. Some famous NFL quarterbacks played there. Just kind of cool. Paul George went to Fresno State. I think you know Paul George.
I know Boy George.
You know Boy George, but you don't know Paul George? Come on now. Paul George, NBA player.
Paul George, NBA. Oh, okay, yeah, he looks familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, he looks familiar to me.
He looks familiar, but yeah,
it looks familiar to me.
I think Aaron Judge played there, folks like that. So, anyways, but oh, hey, we got a few more folks. John showed up. Hi,
Ooh, John Kilcane's best tattoo artist on the East Coast, baby.
On
best
the what
tattoo
coast?
Artist on the East on
Beast
the
Coast?
East Coast, the Beast Coast, baby.
The
Go
Beast
get your
Coast.
tattoos by John Kilcanes. He's the only person that will ever ink my body.
Rawr. You know what? Now I want a pen, and I just want to write on your hand, just so I can say I also inked.
Dustin, will you get a tattoo from John Kilcanes when you come into New York Comic Con?
Here's what I will say. I have no tattoos, and I have a problem picking a tattoo that I would want to have, that I would make that choice very, very carefully. But here's the one thing I can 1000% say. If I get a tattoo, I will go to John Kilcanes. So if I ever get a tattoo, I will come to John for it. But that also may never happen. So you got a potential customer here, John, if it comes through.
It's funny. So when I went to go get my tattoo from John, I was very nervous about it. Never got one before. Very I deal with anxiety. For those of you who don't know, I deal with anxiety. I deal with it loud and proud. I was very, very, very nervous. And I spoke with his wife Alexis, and she's very sweet and very kind.
Yeah,
she's awesome. And she told me, she was like, you have nothing to worry about. She was like, John has the softest hands. So now whenever I talk to him, I call him soft hands.
Soft hands.
Soft hands Kilcanes, baby.
Oh, I love it. That's like a good nickname for the back of your co-ed softball jersey. Soft hands.
And you know what? But you know what, Dustin? She was right. He does have soft hands. And he was very good and very gentle. He did an amazing job.
Nice.
Definitely go out to Long Island and get your tattoo done by John.
Okay. All right. Cool.
He paid me $200 for that ad read.
There you go. Hanging and swinging. Dan
Chatfield.
Danimal. The Danimal is here. I'm never going to forget that. And yeah, he says he has a couple of facts about Fresno, this is true. Fresno is the raisin capital of the world. I love that Dan's got lots of memories of California and lots of good factoids. Fresno is also the main entrance way to Yosemite, which is 100% right. In fact, I was thinking about going back over, but they close Yosemite. Yosemite will close for the winter, and I don't think they let people in. So I'm not going to be able to get back over there in time before it gets freezing. I thought maybe you camp there, but I guess not. All right. Gabe's the man's here. What's up, Gabe?
What up, Gabe? Freaking love Gabe. Gabe was just at Rose City Comic Con.
He was.
He was, yeah. Definitely think it looks like he had a good time. I was chatting with him a little bit back and forth. Gabe is the man. Definitely enjoyed seeing all his content and everything that he was doing over there.
I was actually really happy. Rose City looked like a good time. It wasn't necessarily the biggest show, but it looked like everybody who was there was fun. And a lot of times, the big shows, there's just so much distraction, so much to do, so much to see that it actually becomes a little bit of an impediment. You don't always know that you're going to get to see all the insiders or have a quality hang. So the smaller shows can be really good. And that's why I want to tell you guys about the Fan Expo in San Francisco that's coming up pretty soon. And I know that the usuals will be there. But I just want to make a mention because I'm actually thinking about doing a tiki bar hangout for people who come in there. Yeah, we've got some really excellent tiki bars here in the Bay Area. And it's a funky time. It's November 28th to 30th. And that's a little bit tricky for some people because they can't always get out here. It's like really close to the how do you say it? It's close to Thanksgiving. So here's the site, and it's 77 days, and it's not that big of a show, but they have some pretty good check. Here's the list of people that they've got kind of coming. You can see Christopher Lloyd here, John Boyega, Helen Hunt. Look, Peggy the dog.
Can we just say, okay, so hold on. So Helen Hunt is the fourth person they have on there. That
Yeah.
to give you an idea of who's going to be there. So when we were at Fan Expo Philly, I saw Helen Hunt there. She had her own booth, and the Fan Expo Philly is a smaller con, so it wasn't like you can just kind of like walk up to them, like like they usually have like a handler next to them that like it's not like behind like some thing where you got to get to, like it's pretty easy.
Right.
And Helen Hunt was just sitting there by herself, alone. She had no line. She was sitting there on her phone. She was just sitting there. Nobody was coming up to her. Nobody even said hi to her.
Wow.
And I felt bad. This is Helen Hunt. This is Mad About You. Like, like this is
Twister. Helen Hunt from Twister. Helen Hunt from Castaway.
Right. So I felt bad. I'm like, I can't do this to Helen Hunt. I'm like, I mean, I wasn't paying her money for an autograph, but I did go up to her and ask her if she knew where the bathroom was.
You did that? You did that? Okay. Is that a true story?
It's mostly true.
Okay. I have an interesting story that's adjacent. It's not about Helen Hunt. But it oh man. How do I say
Are you going to say it?
Yeah. I'm trying to think the guy oh my gosh, Val Kilmer. So Val Kilmer, well, let me back up. This goes back a while, John. This goes back for a while. So in the early 2000s, there was a Gen Con. Gen Con is a gaming event that happens in Indianapolis. Yeah. And it was actually started by the guys who created Dungeons and Dragons, like way back. In fact, Gen Con is for Lake Geneva. And that's where they used to have it. And it's been going forever. Anyways, long story short, it was very successful, big gaming show, nerdy stuff. The founder of Wizards of the Coast, who are the publishers originally of Magic the Gathering, Peter Atkinson, bought Gen Con, the show. And he also bought TSR, which was the company that published the original Dungeons and Dragons game. So he owned it, and he actually moved it to Indianapolis. So some people might actually know about that show. Anyways, long story short, I used to have hookups, and I used to get VIP invitations to Gen Con, and I can tell how on another show. But he wanted to expand and go out to the West Coast. He wanted to do like a West Coast version. So 1 year, he paid William Shatner to come and give away free autographs for 90 minutes.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's probably, I don't know, $100K. I don't know what it would cost, but like literally it was all you can sign for 90 minutes. And it was at the actual, yeah. And so off on his lonesome, while Bill Shatner is sign, is Val Kilmer. Similar situation to what you described with Helen Hunt. And I saw him over there and I was like, that's Val Kilmer. That's Iceman from Top Gun. That's Mad Mardigan, right? That's Doc Holliday from Tombstone. Like, that's Jim Morrison from The Doors, right? You just like, just run through his whole, not disc. I want to say discography, but what is it called when you, what do you,
filmography?
Filmography, is that the right word? I like that word. Let's go with that. I went through his whole filmography.
If it's not a real word, I'm going to trademark it right now, baby.
Okay, I'm down. So I walked over and I asked him, "Do you know where the bathroom is?"
Did you?
That story is mostly true. Now, Dan says no one would pay Helen Hunt's fee. How much was Helen Hunt charging for an autograph?
I didn't even look, but whatever it was too expensive because she had zero line. She was zero. She was sitting there on her phone. I'm telling you.
Come on.
I'm telling you, she was sitting there on her phone.
Oh, hey, look. Ashley's here. Hi.
Oh, hey, Ashley. What's going on?
Nice to see you, Ashley. Ashley lives on the Best Coast. She lives on the Best Coast.
Sure.
She actually lives right down in that area too. Like she in the Anaheim. Well, not I don't think it's Anaheim, but like adjacent to that, Orange County. That's
adjacent to Anaheim.
Orange County is like a gigantic space down there, so it's kind of funny because I actually grew up in Orange County, Florida, and there's a much bigger Orange County, California, down by LA.
I have another question about this fan expo.
Yeah.
Why is the dog ahead of McLovin? What is that? What is that about? The dog.
You know what? I don't know, dude.
Before McLovin.
It's
Peggy
great.
the dog?
Let's look at all the celebrities. They actually 2 years ago, Mark Hamill was here, so they do actually get a pretty good crowd of people.
This is a very bizarre lineup, but I just don't understand why the dog is there to begin with and why it's above McLovin. Why is that? That should not be. It should be.
I don't know, man.
Top
I don't know.
Stars, and yeah, that's what I'm just what I'm saying. I don't know. And also, I couldn't believe this is the other sad part. So the dog was actually at Fan Expo Philly, and the dog had a much longer line than Illinois.
I want to meet Ashley Eckstein. That's relevant to this channel. Her Universe founder.
Ashley Epstein. Well, I know
Eckstein.
I know you were close with the other Epstein, so I'm really sorry about your loss. By the way, on that.
This guy. This guy. Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't show. Yeah, I don't know why Peggy the dog is here, but obviously from Deadpool. Very famous.
I'm just saying. I one role, and that's gonna beat McLovin. I'm just saying. I don't know McLovin's real name. I don't feel like I have to. He's McLovin.
Yeah. Gabe says Rose City had a llama as a guest or an alpaca, and I saw actually some shorts on social media that
really
of the alpaca. Yeah.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Dan reminds us that the OC was a show about wasn't a show about Florida. This is true. We got an answer to a couple of things. Ashley says she's about 20 minutes from Disneyland, which is great. And Gabe tells us why Peggy the dog is ahead of McLovin. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Because the dog is a working actor. Has been in shows more recently than McLovin. So yeah,
this is true.
That is true.
Fun. I guess.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, all right. Let's shift gears here now. For the Roosevelts, this was a really big week. Something that I've been waiting for quite some time happened this week, John, and I really want to start off by sharing Sesame Street. This is so cool. So now you'll remember, prior to D23 last year, I hypothesized that we would get Muppets. I said it would be at D23, at or before. We called it a win. I think we can still call it a win, but we were hoping that Sesame Street might be in there because, the characters on Sesame Street count as Muppets too.
They do. They absolutely do.
Do you have a favorite Muppet?
A favorite Muppet?
Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, out of all, I gotta give some love to Elmo, my boy Elmo. Elmo. Hey friends. Elmo, count to 4. 1, 2, 3. Elmo really sad.
John can't even count to 4. He can't be Elmo counting to 4. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, and I'm glad that you picked Elmo because I meant to say favorite Muppet from the Sesame Street cast, right? Because obviously there are lots. Yeah, exactly. So those of you who are firing off, please constrain to the Sesame Street cast, not just like the entire Muppet cinematic universe. Actually, Muppet.
Elmo doesn't want to throw away his shot. Should I talk like Elmo the rest of the episode?
And you want to perform Hamilton in the voice of Elmo?
I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. Elmo young, something hungry, and I love my country. I'm not throwing away my shot.
I said young, chubby, and hungry. I'm not throwing away.
Actually, who would Elmo actually be Alexander Hamilton in Hamilton?
Ooh, that's a question. I mean, he's got that main character energy, man. I don't know.
I think he could be the king.
You'll play
Elmo could
back.
be.
You'll remember I can count to 3.
Who would be Alexander Hamilton? Would it be Big Bird?
Yeah, Big Bird would be great. That would be cool. We recast Hamilton as with the Sesame Street cast. Now we're talking, Madigan. This is good stuff right here. This is good. This is prime content right here. We gotta work this out. We gotta work this out right now. Now.
We gotta make this happen for sure.
Yeah. All right. All right. So what's messed up is that somebody else has already done it. All right. So let's pick Hamilton last. We'll start with Aaron Burr. Which Sesame Street Muppet would be Aaron Burr?
You are definitely overestimating the amount of Sesame Street characters that I know.
What?
Well, Dustin, I hate to break the news to you, but it's been quite some time since I've turned on PBS.
You're part of the problem, buddy.
I am part of the problem. Although I think I just saw a thing that Sesame Street's going to Netflix, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I know. There's all kinds of stuff.
Oh, maybe that's how they got the license for this.
Really?
I mean, I'm just thinking out loud. I mean, but if they have a Netflix license, that could be.
All right. I looked it up because, in the interest of time, this is the fan-made key Muppet cast for Alexander Hamilton, and it doesn't. I could ask AI to do this for us, but I don't. I want to see what else. So they go with. We'll go to the bottom here. So Hercules Mulligan, Beaker. I love it. That'd be cool. That'd be cool when he has a. Yeah, Beaker's got a couple. John Lawrence and Philip Hamilton. That's funny. Angelica Schuyler is Camilla the chicken. George Washington, Sam the eagle. Alexander Award.
Fozzie Bear playing Thomas Jefferson.
Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson played by Fozzie Bear. Eliza Schuyler is Miss Peggy.
That makes sense.
The Great Gonzo is Aaron Burr. That's a killer. That's a killer pick. And then Kermit the Frog for Alexander Hamilton. So yeah, Eliza and Alexander here. Kermit and Miss Piggy. Of course, people are always shipping Piggy. And look, somebody made with the
Muppets.
No, we gotta watch this.
Dustin doesn't pay for the.
I do. It's just not in this one. I pay for it.
You deserve the best.
You kidding me?
At Harbor Freight, you can afford it.
I pay for it. It's worth
Performance, durability.
How does a bastard orphan son of a whore and a Scotsman dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by Providence, impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar?
Okay. Oh. Okay, all right. That's enough of that. You guys can go find that on YouTube if you want to see that. But you got the idea. You get the idea. So Sesame Street is live. Let's go back and talk about shirts. What did you buy anything from this, or was there something that caught your eye?
I mean, so I think it's gonna be very obvious what I like. I don't think is any surprise to anybody.
It's Block Party.
Block Party is the one. There's a lot in this drop though that I really, really, really like. Block Party being the winner for me because that is just full of color. I love the craziness of it.
Yeah.
But I do want to give notable mentions to Welcome to the Neighborhood, which I believe I saw was a Stone Cipher design. We always love when Stone Cipher is doing stuff. He's doing great. Reminds me a little bit of, I believe there was a Toy Story shirt that was kind of like in the same element that I'm forgetting the name of it, but I believe he also did that one as well. But that's a great one as well. And I also want to give, and I feel like I didn't see a lot of attention about this on Insiders, and I don't know why. And Dustin, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the Coach jacket that came out looks phenomenal.
This one.
The Coach jacket looks absolutely phenomenal. That is a great looking jacket right there. That, I think, that might be on par with Block Party for me.
Wow.
I feel like I saw nobody talking about this. What were your thoughts? I mean, I thought that looked slick.
Yeah, it's reversible too. Check out the back.
Oh my God, that's perfect. Oh,
Sesame Street Varsity Champs. So it's got Oscar, yeah, Elmo, Cookie Monster. Obviously, Big Bird
That
there.
looks so good, and I just feel like I don't know why. I just didn't see people talking about it on Insiders, and I was like, "You guys are. This is gonna be the sleeper. I really believe it. Maybe we're not really in, at least on the Best Coast. We're not on jacket weather yet, but I think this looked really good.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. It's not reversible. You know, a lot of the jackets that they make are reversible.
The bomber jackets.
Yeah, the bomber jackets are reversible, and this one, you know, has a really nice liner, but it's not designed to be reversible. What makes this different from most of those other jackets is most of them actually have zips, whereas this one has snaps, like the varsity snaps. It's also got like the varsity linings around the waist and around the wrists. Also, you can see that same pattern on the pocket, so it looks more like a varsity jacket, which is the intention of this piece. So I think that's pretty good. For my part, I liked Welcome to the Neighborhood. You know, my reaction to this was, first of all, the symmetry is great. I love that the Snuffleupagus is featured heavily here on that shirt. The artwork from this shirt, and I don't know if Stonecipher drew all this stuff himself or he used some of the existing pieces that are available. This reminded me of like a lot of the children's books, like the Gold Key books, you know, the ones with the gold binder.
Yes.
Like that's the vibes I got from looking at this. The color palette, the artwork here, it looks like this was like directly lifted right out of those books. So that was a real good feeling. Took me back a little bit.
My mom used to read me the monster at the end of this book all the time.
Oh, I love it. The monster at the end of this book. Yeah. For me, I liked the jacket. The Coach jacket was pretty cool. I did definitely dig the dad hats that they had. There's an Oscar the Grouch dad hat, and then there was a Me You Want the Cookie dad hat over here. I loved this blue. I guess I'm a sucker for blue shirts, John, but this blue for this cookie. I love the sparse, you know, you've got the cookie pattern, and then you've got the Cookie Monster every so often. I thought that was good. He's very nicely centered on this pocket as well, which is great. There were just so many good looks. And 8-Bit Buddies. I think 8-Bit Buddies was also one of my favorites. Here's why. Not only does it have like these low res sort of bitmapped versions of the different characters, but you've also got these old bitmap fonts in the background that, you know, we used to use when I started working on games. We actually had to like chop these up to put, if you wanted to put like score or words, you actually had to like figure out how to draw each one of these things. So that also takes me back for a couple of different reasons. Outstanding drop. Outstanding
Dustin, Dan wants you to talk about the pocket.
The pocket on this one, or just in general?
I mean, I know we're a little delayed.
First of all, no, the pocket
lineup issues is what he wrote.
Okay, well, the pocket on this one looks pretty good to me. It's not a perfectly matched pocket, but I like that you get the main characters that are all on this one. So let's go back.
Oh, we said on Cookie. On Cookie.
Let's see. Oh, my first blush, I thought it looked okay. Okay, so this is not. Yeah, at first I was like, is it okay? Let's hear it is. They always have a close up here, so we get this. So. Yeah, so you can see, you know, it doesn't quite line up. They could have it looks like they could have matched this, but you know that's always challenging. You got a little kind of tiny guy over here. So yeah, I see your point here, Dan. Overall, I think if somebody notices the shirt, they're going to notice that it's a cool pattern more than they're going to pick your nits. But the problem is,
if you run into Dustin.
Well, here's the problem. We're on a podcast about these shirts, John. We obviously care what they look like very, very much. So,
yes, absolutely.
You know, even if nobody else noticed, I would notice. That's why I'm always on about this. And so I appreciate you calling attention to that, Dan. I appreciate that very much. But there were generally some pretty good pockets. And, you know, Oscar, this one, I'm like, come on, who's wearing this shirt? But I like the design. I did not want it. This one is pretty close to a matched pocket, not quite, but it looks like it naturally fits into the rest of this design. So we don't hate it. Overall, pretty solid. Yeah. Let me switch back here and see. Elmo's Philip. The jacket is fire. Coaches are warming too. There we go. Yeah, warmer. That's what Dan was kind of commenting, that in addition to the snaps, the coach jackets are also a lot warmer. And I think, yeah, you're probably right. In fact, actually the quilting, let's go back and look at that. Let's go back and whoops, not that one. We want to go back to Sesame Street. When you look inside of this, one of the reasons why it can't actually be reversed is because this quilting. See how it's cross stitched quilting on the inside.
Yes.
That's actually where you get a little extra layer that keeps the heat in. So that's one of the reasons why you can't reverse it. So Dan's got a great point there that this one also will be a little bit warmer. What does the description say here? The varsity style coach repping Team Sesame Street has been stacking dubs since 1969 with championship stripes, the 1, 2, 3 badge, and an all-star roster of Big Bird, Elmo, Cookie Monster, and Oscar. On the back, you'll feel like running laps outside Mr. Hooper's store. Oh, and the inner liner houses your very own cheering section. Oh, that's cool. So that's the whole point here, is that this might have been a different shirt design or maybe a different variation of Stonecipher shirt, but they added your own cheering section to the inside of the liner. So you kind of know that all the good guys are rooting for you on the inside. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot.
I really like that. They've been so good with that.
The t-shirts are awesome too. A Super Grover t-shirt is killer. I love the playful, how they're playing with the Roosevelt's font here. This shirt is also, I love that it's on the front. There's no back on this one. It's just Super Grover on the front. I've already said how I don't always love those. Same thing here. They're being very playful with the font. And I'm pretty thankful for that. And then, as if that wasn't enough, all the shirts in women's, all the shirts in preschool cuts as well. So
that is awesome.
Kids can wear these. I think that's really dope. Look at the size. Look at the cost on these preschool shirts too. These are they're $39, so they're a lot cheaper.
Oh, that's so affordable. Oh my god, that's so great that the whole family can match together. And
adults pay twice.
Adults pay twice. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Twice the fabric, twice the price.
Yeah. So I think they did a great job on this one. Let's check and see. What chat did you think was the best actual drop? What was the best item out of this drop? Actually, it could be a hat, could be a t-shirt, could be that jacket. What did you guys think was the best? While we're waiting for that stuff to come in, Dan says, yeah, that jacket reminds me of Letterman. 100%. That's giving off Letterman vibes. All this talk of Coach. Does John know who Craig T. Nelson is?
Craig T. Nelson, is he in The Incredibles? Is he Mr. Incredible? I feel like Craig T. Nelson is Mr. Incredible.
Craig T. Nelson is Mr. Incredible? I don't think so, but let's see.
I know what? Think he is.
Even if he was Mr. Incredible, I don't know if that qualifies as knowing them.
You're like, what?
Well, first of all, I don't even know if that's him.
I think it is him. I don't know for sure, but I think it's him.
Oh my God, it is him. So Craig T. Nelson has been in a lot of movies.
Yes, he has. Yeah,
he's been in Poltergeist 2. He was in Parenthood, The Incredibles, All the Right Moves, Action Jackson. You would never know that one. Turner and Hooch is a movie you should see. That's an actual very early Tom Hanks movie.
I've heard of Turner and Hooch. Yes.
Yeah. I guess he's been in a lot of stuff. So, okay. Look, I'm gonna say to the audience, we're counting this as a no. John knows the name Craig T. Nelson. John could not pick Craig T. Nelson out of a lineup of actors.
I know what Craig T. Nelson looks like.
Yeah, now that you've Googled it behind our backs, right in front of our faces, I should say.
No, I think
we're not as dumb as you look. Come on, buddy.
We're not as dumb. Oh, okay. No problem, Dustin. Wow. Dumb as I look. Okay. All right. No problem.
Do you really know him, or are you kidding?
I don't know him that well, but I knew he was Mr. Incredible. I didn't have to Google for that.
I did not know that. I did not know that. He's actually famous for a TV show, a sitcom called Coach. That's where Gabe's coming from.
Is he wearing a Letterman jacket? I feel like I've seen the promo picture. Is it of a white background? And is he holding a football and it's a green Letterman jacket or something like that? I feel like I've seen a promotional picture of it, or maybe an advertisement, but I've never seen it.
Hold on a second. Here we go. Boink. No, he's not wearing that in this.
Oh no. Okay. Was Dan Schneider in this show? was Dan Schneider the guy from Nickelodeon? I feel like
no. That's head of the
is that
class.
head of the class? Oh, that's head of the class.
Yeah, Dan Schneider. Yeah, that creep. Yeah, he was the. Yeah, oh, look at this guy. Yeah,
should we do a whole talk about Dan Schneider?
He was in this show called Head of the Class, and the guy you're thinking about here is Howard Hessman.
Oh, okay.
And Howard Hessman is famous because he was on an old sitcom my parents used to love called WKRP in Cincinnati.
I'm learning so much today, Dustin.
Yeah, exactly. So much useful information. So, okay, I guess John does know him. John just knows him a different way, which I think is pretty crazy.
That reminds me, one time I tried to piss off my father by trying to tell him that Adam West was more famous for being the mayor of Family Guy than he was for being
I think that's true.
What? I
think you're right about that.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to hear opinions in the chat. Do you think Adam West is more famous for being the mayor on Family Guy than he is for his role on Batman?
Well, we'll wait and see, but I'll give my explanation.
I would love to see. I would love to see what the chat has to say about that.
So the whole point of him being on King of the Hill.
My dad completely disagreed.
Well, the whole point of him being on King of the Hill, sorry, not King of the Hill, Family Guy, is that he's a minor celebrity who now is working as a high school principal. Like, there's a whole story about him being a minor celebrity, right? So he was a little bit famous. He was like a C-list celebrity to get on the show, but that show was much more famous, I think, in terms of audience size than Batman. Therefore, I would argue that more people know Adam West through Family Guy than know him through Batman.
Okay. All right. That's fair. That's an interesting point. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Now Gabe says, well, his Batman has a Kunu. Family Guy doesn't.
This is true.
I don't know. Maybe Gabe's right. Maybe I'm wrong here. Sal's got a good one. Where do you know Sean Astin from?
Sean Astin.
Yeah.
Okay. I know the name. It's like I've seen him at Comic-Con. Okay. All right. So I am Googling this one. I want to make sure I got the right guy. Okay.
While you're looking it up, I'm going to drop a quote from my major Sean Astin reference. Down here, it's our time. Our time. That's where I know Sean Astin from first.
I think, and this might just be like a generational thing. I think, a movie that they showed a lot in school, and also one that for whatever reason my parents would throw on was Rudy. And Rudy. I saw Rudy more than growing up. I saw Rudy more than I saw like the Goonies, or anything else that I would see here. So I would more closely align him with Rudy than I would anything else. Yeah, no, Rudy's a great movie. What movie would you align him with?
The quote that I gave was from Goonies.
Got it. Okay.
But of course, I think he was already pretty famous. Rudy made him famous, but he achieved a new level of fame to go through the Lord of the Rings movies.
Sure, of course. And I mean, of course, Stranger Things later on. Was
interesting. So Sal says Rudy is Gen X, Lord of the Rings is millennial, and Stranger Things is Gen Z. How cool!
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Sean Astin's been around a long time, man.
Well, I mean, that's what happens. Oh my gosh! Gabe says, fun fact. Me, Gabriel, have never seen the Goonies in its entirety and have no plans to. Bruh.
What?
Bruh. Well, look, you, John, haven't seen Star Wars. You can't get on anybody's case about not seeing any movies.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah. I get it.
The truth is that Danimals got it right. If you had half the heart of Rudiger, you'd be all state by now. As it is, we're busting you down to the practice team. All right. Now, there was a little bit more interesting news this week. Also, they finally made the Denim Dan available in the Black Edition. Now, of course, this did get a little bit of a light release earlier this year. Now, this is super crazy.
No,
because
the vest.
Oh, that's right. The vest. Be the vest. Be our vest.
Be our vest. Be our vest.
I feel like right after MegaCon where we met, we heard about this.
we heard about this in Jacksonville.
Oh, okay. That's right. That's right. Jacksonville last year, we heard that there was going to be a black Denim Dan, and we saw a picture of it as well. It was pretty cool, and it took that long to kind of come around. We are getting close to that time. Oh man, he looks so cool. Look at that. We're getting close to the time, man. Are you considering picking up a darker version of the jacket and filling it out?
Oh, I definitely am. I love my regular, and I love that we're getting back to jacket season. Definitely gonna, take out my my Denim Dan, and I got some more patches and everything, and gonna definitely fill that whole bad boy up. But am I interested in picking up a black one? Absolutely. Oh, I definitely. In fact, my good friend Ann Brown, she picked me up the vest for my birthday. That was really, really, really cool of her. But I definitely want to pick up the jacket. I definitely like black more than blue, and I will definitely pick up a Denim Dan. How about you?
I like my Denim Dan. I don't have any patches on it, although I have a bunch of Star Wars patches now that I picked up from Star Wars Celebration and elsewhere. I want to put all those patches on it. I kind of wish it was the black. I tend to like darker or black jackets, so I sort of wish my actual Denim Dan was the black, vintage black here. I love that it's a little bit faded. It's really got just a good vibe to it. I wish they did trade-ins and I could trade mine in for this one. Well, could I trade in my jacket? Have you ever worn it? Well, yes. Well, no.
Well, no, maybe not a year later.
I know. But yeah, it looks super good. I am certainly thinking about picking this up. Now, we're looking at a few different patches on here too. Did you notice that actually? A few of them that they had here.
Yes, these are some brand new patches that we've seen.
Yeah, like a flaming pumpkin head here in a taxi. That looks like one we can probably get in New York, maybe.
Yeah, I would hope so. I definitely need that one.
This one I like right here.
Ooh,
look, it's got built-in sparkles, shiny.
Ooh, I like sparkles.
And they had Blast from the Past, also known as a dinosaur fart. Do you know that?
No, I did not.
Dinosaur fart. What's a dinosaur fart? It's a blast from the past. And then we got this s'more guy. This guy's roasting himself. This is a horror. This patch is a horror patch because this guy's actually roasting himself. So I'm curious. Let us know in the chat. Are you guys planning to pick up the vintage Denim Dan? And let's see.
I think everyone should pick one up. That looks beautiful.
Oh man, I love it. Yeah, you're the best around. Be our vest. Be our vest. Put our denim to the test.
Your chest.
Yeah, exactly. He's playing basketball. Oh, he's playing basketball? Yeah, I get it. I got it. Super good, man. Yeah, this would be a really nice one to get. I am definitely interested to pick that up. Now, what else did we have going on here? The Marshmallow is playing baseball. Okay. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. It's a little bit weird, right? He kind of looks like he's roasting himself, but
that's true. But yeah, we can have that wrong.
Tell me I'm wrong. There's a little bit of toasting here. The chocolate's already started to melt. Like this guy's ending it by jumping in the fire. Don't tell me otherwise.
No, I think you're right on that.
Okay, so now we said we're still 30 days away from New York Comic Con, which is great, but I want to make sure that we also loop back and touch base on the second annual Roosevelt's Cruise. John, what's the status on the cruise? Are we sold out?
So we're not sold out. We still have space. But this is what I will say. I am working on some really fun things in the background, and I am really, really, really excited that we have so many of you coming on board. Wow. We are at 120 people booked and paid, which is what we had last year. So we are definitely crushing that number. And what I will say is that I am working on some fun stuff for everybody, and everything is looking really good and is looking on the up and up. And as soon as I'm allowed to post about it and talk about it, I will. But I will say is that once I'm able to post what I want to post, these rooms that I have, these are gonna go quick. So Dustin, I know
for selling,
and that's just what they'll do.
I hope.
What I will say, real quick, I'm not going to go long on this. The cruise is an amazing time. You ask anybody who attended this year, they will tell you they had a crazy, crazy, crazy fun time. And it is a much different experience than any other meetup you have ever been to before. I really, really, really hope to see you all there. Because once you see the pictures and everything from the event, you're going to be sitting there saying, I should have booked that cruise. So book it now while I still have some discounted rooms available for insiders. And don't book it later when you'll be paying through the roof. Because trust me when I say you guys are going to want to be there.
Yeah. I had a blast. I mean, it feels like it was a long time ago, but it was only a few months back, to be honest. And
yeah, it was only back in April.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. And I think it was a great time, and it's like no other insiders meetup, because no matter what you do, you can't get away from the insiders. They're
literally
everywhere.
Trapped at sea.
Now, I will say one of the things that was fun that we haven't talked about that was really fun for a while. Remember, we actually let everybody buy into a slot round. And
yes, a slot
and
pool, yeah.
and so many people wanted to get into the slot pool. I don't know how much money there was, like $300 or $400.
$700.
Oh yeah. $700. We're playing slots, and people are just walking through, and everyone makes a pull, and we would lose. Then somebody would win something, and we never won like anything big, and we ended up having to put it on roulette. Right? It went to roulette.
Yes. We put it on roulette. We bet Steve's birthday.
And we bet Steve's birthday, and we were
punished.
We were punished for our vices of gambling. So
yeah, but slot pool's definitely coming back. Everyone puts $20 in the machine. We pick a machine out together, and hopefully we win, and we're able to split the winnings together.
We win together.
Yeah, we win together.
Yeah,
exactly. So. But there's a lot of fun stuff, and we'll get into that, as we get closer. But I really want to see each and every single one of you there. So if you are interested in booking your room, message me now. We will get you in, because you don't want to wait too much longer. Trust me.
Yeah. Sal says, I'm cruising Monday. Disney Halloween. Ooh, nicely done.
Cool.
Yeah. I hope you have a great time, Sal. Hope you enjoy
that. I would love to do a Disney cruise someday. That is definitely on my list. I would love to do that someday.
Yeah. I have some friends that most of their YouTube content is becoming Disney cruises, because they go on that's all they do is go on Disney cruises and show us around around everything. So they went on the Treasure recently, and they've been on the Wish.
So nice.
Yeah, they've definitely had a lot of fun. I've never been on a Disney cruise, but I hope people will certainly get on board the second annual Roosevelt cruise. Now,
and Dustin, I hope you get on board. I need you, buddy. I need my buddy.
I need you. Yeah, I'm trying. I haven't committed to going because there are a few other things that need to fall in line in order for me to be able to commit. So I'm doing my best. I
hope to see you there, my friend.
Me too. Okay. Now we did have one other bit of news that dropped actually earlier today. And I don't know if you saw this, John, but there was the spooky season drops.
Ooh,
and Peter actually posted some really interesting stuff here, which is basically said, gather around, you creatures of the night and thrill seekers alike. This year has turned, the veil is thin, and something wicked is clawing its way back in the dark. And so they're talking about 4 weeks of app-exclusive, small batch, Friday-only drops, each striking at exactly 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Womp, womp, womp. Beginning this Friday.
You know why?
Yeah, bias towards East Coast. Compensation for living on the East Coast. So then there's a few other things that are kind of said interestingly. It starts this Friday. So actually tomorrow, John, at 9 a.m. for the Best Coast, we have to get up in there and see if we can find something. This is your first and only warning. I did notice just before I came online, I wanted to check some things out in the app. There is an app update. So if you're one of the folks who's watching this live, go update your app, especially if you're interested in this actual spooky Drop Zone. Now,
yeah,
of course,
definitely. I know they were having some issues with the app, so you definitely want to make sure before you get in on the spooky Drop Zone, you want to make sure you're at the latest one.
yeah. Now, are there any spooky season whales that you're actually chasing down, John?
Spooky season, there's one that I let go. There's one shirt that I let go, and I hate that I let it go, and I would really love it back in my life. So if anybody has it in a 3X, I'll take it, and that would be Good to the Bone. Good to the Bone. Everyone knows I love my dogs, and that shirt's actually special for me because I had when I went to go get my boy Mickey. That shirt came in the mail like the day beforehand, and so I went to go pick him up wearing that shirt. And so that is a special shirt for me, and I regret that I let it go, and I need it back in my life. So I'm really hoping that I can get that one back in. What about you, my friend? Is there anything you're hunting down?
I kind of want that David Pumpkins.
Oh, David S. Pumpkins. Okay, yeah.
David S. Pumpkins is his own thing. I love that.
Oldie. Yeah, go for it.
I love that sketch. Tom Hanks is probably my favorite actor, and I don't think I've seen a movie that he's been in that I didn't like. Actually, I take that back. Joe versus the Volcano. That sucked. But most movies that Tom Hanks has done, especially since he started working with Spielberg and others, are pretty good. And so yeah, but that David S. Pumpkins, I love that sketch, and he was such a good I'm David S. Pumpkins, man.
One of my favorite Tom Hanks movies I feel like doesn't get enough love or appreciation is Captain Phillips.
Oh yeah.
Love that one. I feel like I don't hear enough people talking about it. Definitely one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, I love that one. Castaway, great movie. I mean, from an acting perspective, he had to carry that movie by himself. Yep. Nobody else to play off of, just him plus the scenery to get that result. And he's basically dropped like 50 pounds to get all.
Some would say the same thing about you for this podcast.
Yes. Oh man. We got a couple of other thoughts here. Night of the Living Tiki. I need that one too, Gabe. You know it, dude. Yes. Night of the Living Tiki would be amazing. Forrest Gump was a great movie from my man, Tom Hanks. Bridge of Spies was really good. Actually, you know what movie that I really liked him in? I already said all of them, but Catch Me If You Can. He was in that movie. That's a great one as well. He's in that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. I love that one.
Definitely agree.
Dan, of course, showing he is a man of taste, says, I love Joe versus Volcano. Yeah. The Money Pit is another great movie from Tom Hanks. That's an oldie but a goodie as well. Anyways, I think the drop zones now. All right. You got any secret tips for drop zones for all of our friends who have shown up here? No? You got any ideas? What do you got?
Yes.
What do you got?
Yes, I will. So do we know what number drop zone this is? What did they usually say it on the Twitter account. Hold on. Yes, this is a tip I will give just to Where Mighty Things listeners. I'm going to go right over to the Roosevelt's Twitter account just to see what number drop this is. They usually say it on there, or they usually say it on the app.
You're getting some. While he's looking that up, you're going to get a really good tip here because I know I've used this tip before.
Oh, he already knows what I'm talking about.
I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. But listen up, folks. Listen up.
All right. I'm not logged into Twitter on my computer, so it's not showing me.
Nani.
Doesn't matter. Okay, hold on. If you go on Roosevelt's Twitter, or if you go on the app, it'll say the number of what drop zone it is, or number 52 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I would say the 2 minutes beforehand, go on the app. I consistently go into the app, search Robert Got Me, number 78.
78 it is. Thank you, Robert.
Go on your search, type in 78, and it may pop up a minute or so early on your app. I start about 2-3 minutes before before whatever time it is in your local time zone, and I just keep opening up. I'll search 78, and then if it's not there, close it out. Open up, search 78, and 9 times out of 10 that works for me, and I'll get that. You'll get that drop in about 30 seconds to a minute before it shows up on the homepage.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good little tip.
Let me tell you why this happens. Because they have a specific timing, it needs to activate, and it sends there's a process by which it needs to activate. So things need to start early in order to guarantee a time for a window to start. And that sometimes means on the service side, they have to go a little early to make sure that they definitely hit the time. So most people are not going to be frustrated if it's there a minute early. Most people are not, but might be frustrated if it's there 5 minutes late. So they'll get started on the back end of the tool. This is not a Roosevelt's thing. This is a Shopify thing, which is the core engine that they use for their e-commerce. And so just to make sure that it like shows up on time at the time you expect, they will get started a little bit early. And that's sometimes there's not as much congestion in the network, and it can get it done faster, which means that it can show up 1 to 2 minutes. And when it does show up like that, it is purchasable, like it is available for sale. So that's a little tip for you guys who came and hung out with us. I hope that you guys are lucky. Usually you can't think about it if you really want the drop zone. You just see it, you need to buy it, you need to have a fast payment method, and then you just need to deal with, did I really want that shirt? I have a bunch of shirts now that I don't necessarily love that are drop zone shirts because of this. Because if you think about it twice, they'll be gone. Like there'll be 100 of these shirts distributed across 5-6 sizes. And, that means there's not going to be that many across the 2X and 3X, which are the most popular ones. So I think it's interesting. Sal asks, is the drop zone in the room with us right now? Are you here, drop zone?
Drop zone.
Drop
Drop
zone?
zone.
Oh, drop zone.
Zone.
Yeah. Yeah. Dan says, hey, don't try. Let it go. I'll check it out for you. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan. Really appreciate you, man.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. I will say that also doesn't always work, just so you guys know. So if it works for you, count your lucky stars. If it doesn't work, okay, fine. Maybe it didn't happen. I think they will start making it a little bit harder. And if you look on the app, it does not have the number, John. I don't know if you noticed that, but
no, I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't have my phone on me. No, I don't.
They do have this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What? Why is it asking?
Oh, you have to sign in. You probably.
Oh, no way! I didn't have to sign in. It kicked me out. Now I got to sign in.
Now you got to sign in.
You got to do all of this tonight, because if you try to do it, especially for me, because I got to do it at 9 a.m. tomorrow when I'll be in the middle of meetings, and I'll be like, hold on, I need to see if I want to buy a shirt. What?
Nobody
I don't want to buy a
problems.
shirt. Nobody understands like that. Exactly. Cool, man. Well, I think we covered off on everything that we wanted to share with you guys.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, wait. You're right.
One more.
There is one more.
One more thing, which is my favorite thing from Steve Jobs. One more thing.
Football season is here. Yes, football season. Go for it.
The NFL Survivor Pool is here. The Roosevelt's Insiders NFL Survivor Pool is here, and I absolutely love this. They did this a few years ago, and I'm so glad they brought it back. I don't know why they did away with it. 543 insiders competing against each other.
Yeah.
There's already been 65 people kicked out in week 1. Essentially, the whole plan is that every week you need to pick out one team that you think will win their game.
Right.
And if you win, if your team wins, you move on to the next round. But for the remainder of the season, you cannot use that team again. And the goal is to do your best every week to get ahead. And whoever wins at the end will win a $500 Roosevelt's gift card and a custom drawing from Ian. I can't pronounce his last name.
Glaubinger.
Wow.
Dun, 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 dun.
So really quick, Dustin, what team did you pick in week 1?
Washington Commanders.
Right. That's really interesting that you say that, because I'm actually just so obviously, look, Dustin and I are good friends. We talk all the time, like outside of the podcast as well. He's being polite by calling them the Commanders here on the show, But like when we're on the phone together, he's like, it's Redskins all the way.
Yeah,
Dustin,
you know it. That's me.
Dustin's very big on. He's very upset about. He's told me this. He's like, week 1, got to pick my team. He's like, but he's told me time and time again. He's very, very, very upset about the whole Redskins Commanders. I don't get it, but it's a very big deal, and I respect your opinion, Dustin.
I'm that one guy in San Francisco who's has regressive policies.
Dustin is really big on that.
You know what? Actually, just to say, you know, they show like the distribution of voting, and there were like 10,000 people in San Francisco County that voted for Trump, and I'm like, who are those people? I'm like, all right.
Yeah. So week 1, you picked out the Commanders. I picked out the Arizona Cardinals. We both made it through, so I'm really glad. Week 2 starts tonight. Started an hour ago, the same time we started our podcast.
Yep.
Yeah. So we are going to go through every week, and we're going to tell our team, and we are going to see who can make it further between the two of us. I mean, look, it would be amazing if either one of us wins the entire thing. The chances of that pretty slim.
Yes.
But we are doing it. Dustin, what team did you pick out for week 2?
I'm pretty sure I picked the Detroit Lions.
Ooh, baby. Any reason for that pick?
They were favored by 15 more points.
There you go.
You need to understand, I don't give a squadouche about football.
No, but he does
I'm
like
doing
$500 in Roosevelt's gift cards.
I like that, and I want to beat you. So
all
I care about is beating John. And maybe having a chance to, or you know, maybe, you know, other Roosevelt's content creators. Like I would like be the last, you know, of the creator bunch that's participating, that's in there. But yeah, I will have a very unscientific approach for this. I'll just be.
Dustin thinks about beating me every night.
I will. Yes, I do. I will be picking the Jets at the very, very end of the season. That will be my last pick. I will never pick the Jets. The Jets suck.
I don't blame you. I went ahead and picked Minnesota, and so we are also trying to come up with a punishment for whoever loses first between the two of us. So if you have a good idea for a punishment, please let us know.
Drop it in the chat.
Drop it in the chat. Send us an email. Send us something online. We want to know what you think a great punishment. So the punishment would be for whoever loses between Dustin and I. Whoever gets kicked out first.
That's right. That's right.
Would be the punishment. We want to hear them all. So like I said, hopefully we both make it through for next week, but it's really exciting. And I think this is going to be a lot of fun. And I think it'd be fun to just go head to head each week and see what's going on. And hopefully we win that $500.
Yeah. You can send us an email at wearablefandom@gmail.com with your idea of, let's see, I can just add this on here. And bing. Send us an email, wearablefandom@gmail.com, and you can let us know what you think our punishment should be. We'll read them all, and we'll select a few finalists for this next week. And keep in mind, we didn't put any money up for this. We need to make sure that we have a fun and maybe even embarrassing punishment.
Yes.
I'm not worried about that. Preferably something that can be done like on the cast, actually, to be honest.
And, yeah, no, of course.
And try to think about that. There was definitely a few things that John came up with that were very humorous, but they were also a little bit overkill for the kind of stuff that we have here. So
nobody likes my ideas, apparently.
I like your ideas, but how do you like this one, Malort?
Malort?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. All right. I mean, I've done Malort before. I'll do it again.
We did Malort in the Jacksonville parking lot.
Yes, we did.
And I was like, I can't believe you guys gave me a Malort. All right.
Gabe's got one?
Gabe's got a good one here. Loser has to ride the Staten Island ferry or the Vallejo ferry in just their underwear. This would be a punishment if John didn't already do this all the time. He comes in on the Staten Island ferry in his underwear all the time.
Every day.
Every day. So yeah, that's a funny idea, and you know, I'd be down with that, especially if
one of us is going to catch him.
Roosevelt.
One of us is going to catch a misdemeanor. I love it.
Not in California.
No.
Maybe on Staten Island Ferry you might, but then nobody cares. Everybody's going to be like, ugh. At least
if if you have any good ideas, please let us know. We are definitely all ears. We want to know.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And we'll see what everybody's got. So yes, again, drop us an email, wearablefandom@gmail.com. If you have contacts with us individually, you can send us information and we will collect them all. Well, John, I think that will about do it, my friend. I think we've had quite a bit of fun going over all the latest and greatest as far as Roosevelt's goes. We're ready. We're excited. Less than a month to New York Comic Con. I actually don't have my badge yet. I have applied for a professional badge. I've made it in. I should get a professional badge like last year, but they haven't said, yes, you've got one. So that will be fun. I'm pretty sure I'm coming to New York anyways. So maybe I'll have time to do a lot of stuff, even if I can't get into the show for
maybe you'll be spending a lot more time in Staten Island than you thought.
Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I can go to the Wu-Tang bar and just hang out there for a while, watch some movies.
There you go. Perfect. Why not?
Awesome. Well, thank you guys again for coming to hang out with us here on Where Mighty Things Live. Hope you had a great time. We will be back next week and with all the latest and greatest. And we hope that you guys, if you have not, please like and subscribe here to the channel at Wearable Fandom. Lots of fun stuff coming your way. So until next time, we're signing off. Remember, wear mighty things. So long, everybody.